Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rave House Creation and the New World Disorder Stories. Today, we're gonna be talking about different subject. Not really sure how to classify this subject, but my first question to my guest, who is
Rashard King.
was who was Thomas Sowell, and the reason I'm asking him this is because he seems to be a black historian or
Conservative.
conservative that I just learned about, but I really don't know much about him. So my friend here is gonna tell me a different side or his point of view rather. So what do you think about this guy, or tell me what you think? Period.
Well, Thomas Sowell is an interesting man. He's a conservative that got prominent in the 1970s. And the reason why I dislike him so much is because he places fault on the black community for the situation that they are in now, which is a complete and total bullshit.
So how did he become popular? First of all,
He didn't come popular with the black community. He came popular with the white conservatives because they were playing lip service to what they already believed.
right?
If you look at the black man situation and you look at the white man situation, past the 1980s, laws wasn't made to say strictly for the black man to be put in jail
Pretty much.
for anything, or that he couldn't get ahead just because he was black. But the system was set up by races to point at them and their poor community and say this is the problem, not the fact that they are black. See
Right.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, what Thomas Sowell did was he bridged the gap between moderate white people who did not actually believe in racism, but did not actually believe the black man can come up as
Right.
far as the white man could, and that helped white conservatives put a no-no on racism when black people called it out.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, if you tell a person, if a person works his ass off and sees that another person down the road is getting food stamps and he has a house that's not comparable, but he has a house, he
Right.
has things, he's going to ask, why does this person get that? But he doesn't want to go as far as dig a deep hole through history to see what it is.
Right.
He wants a bland, quick, black and white answer. And one way to do that is say, well, that black person is not as intelligent, not as smart, and you know what I'm saying, not
Right.
as good as you. The reason why they're there is because they're inherently bad. That's what Thomas Sowell does.
Huh. What do you think, or what could possibly make him think like that? What's his family's backgrounds?
I don't know anything about his family,
Uh,
but being from, I can generalize what he was,
right,
being, for me, these type of people, him, Candace Owens, and all those type of people that really go against the grain of typical liberal politics in the black community are doing it for money.
right, of course,
Money.
right,
It's easy to go hide off into your big house, your big. If when you say outlandish stuff, you can get away from the black community and just basically say whatever you want,
right.
and that's what they do. And
So,
they get paid by conservatives to say it.
what I was telling you when we were relating it to Hispanics or my people, and what I was telling you is that my people's downfall is because of them,
Mhm.
and the main reason I believe is the lack of education.
Mhm.
Uh, that's really what has caused everybody to migrate because they don't have an education in their countries, therefore they cannot get a good job. So they come here and get a low paid minimum wage job, and at the end, uh, that's what they do. They don't want to improve.
Well, see, it's not about wanting to improve. It's about the availability to improve.
Okay.
Back in the day, for the average person that was a worker, I'm not even going to put race into this. You can work a job 20 years
Yeah.
and you be able to afford everything in life that you need.
Right.
But nowadays, the cost of living is so high that
Yes.
you can't afford to do that anyway because it's always got to be the person on the bottom.
Yep.
And more than likely, that person's going to be brown or black or a woman.
Mm-hmm. Or a woman, single mother.
Yeah, single mother. And you got to, as far as education, education is a resource.
Right.
And when you don't have the resources to help you further along in life, the worse off you're going to be the older you get. So that's the main point is they took all the resources that we can gather, formed all the systems in their image, and then said, play the game or don't play the game. Either or, we're going to get ours. And that's a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
And that's what they did with everything, with everything in this whole country. And now we have a population that did not have any part of that, but they are beneficiaries of that, and they don't want to admit to it.
Right.
Why are you further ahead? Why am I further ahead? It's not because I'm an American and blah, blah, this. I had a mom and a father that owned land, owned homes.
Right.
So they going to inherit that to me. So I'm going to inherit my land and home to my kids who are going to be further ahead. And you can't start from the 1980s and be in the 2020s and expect you to be
right
on the level. Just can't. 2 or 3 more generations, they can't stop it. The third biggest GDP in America is Hispanic Latino Americans.
Right.
They cannot stop it. It's coming. And that's the big fear that they have right now. And that's the reason why they ran up on the Capitol on January 6th.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. That was today's subject, today's story. Thank you, Ron. And that was my guest, Ron Rashad Kane. Stay tuned for more than likely there will be a second part about this, and we'll be touching more subjects about historical characters, such as Thomas Sowell, Dr. King. We'll be talking about Malcolm X, Cesar Chavez, and the Latino movement. We will be talking about many, many different things. So, hope you guys enjoy. I would like to know your opinion and see what you guys think. Why is it that black and Hispanics are always falling back? Why are they filling up penitentiaries faster than they can build them? We need answers to this type of questions. So if you have answers or opinions, let us hear it. So hope you guys have a good day and enjoy.